3, 2, 1. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Gotcha. What up? What up, baby? Johnny B in the house. The man with the thumbs and the beautiful background. You know this guy. The legendary.
Johnny, it's Thursday night, and I couldn't wait to be here tonight. We only got one series, but we got a hell of a series here tonight. I'm talking about Liberty, Biberty.
Boom!
Over there, read by Nooooooo Gretzky's and Dom Silva. We don't know which one we're going to get. We're going to get one of those guys. And they're going up against the veteran, the guy that's been around here since the beginning, Pale Poner over there of No. I can't wait. Should be a tremendous series here, Johnny.
I can't wait either. Sorry, there was Pale Poner has ads running, and that came in the background. I apologize. I'm like, what the? I was like, honey, what are you listening to? But it was actually Pale Poner. Yeah, I'm excited for this one. Like I said, I love the action of 3 games, 2 games, but there's something special, something intimate about the 1-game series. You can kind of focus on the little plays a little more. Of course, above mine in Hollywood's Mr. Flan Fan TV's head over here are the scores from last night. The big one right there, Chill Pills, just getting destroyed by a Appear Offline. Odds my guy, but that did not look good.
But you know what, Johnny? They were in a bad spot there because Appear Offline just came off that devastating loss the night before, that 3-goal comeback. So they were coming in strong on there. Unfortunately, Odd Guy seems the team that they played. And, and the thing is, and Odd made a lot of changes, and it wasn't just a one change too. I mean, he took everybody out of there. So when that happens, and it's during week 4 of the season, it's very difficult, because all these other teams have been playing, all these weeks. They built up some chemistry, and now you're pretty much almost like starting from scratch, and you're playing against the number 1 team on there. So it was tough. It was definitely tough. It was brutal out there for those guys.
Yeah, horrible.
But I gotta say this, Johnny, though. He was missing Obi Fans, which is a defenseman part, so he had to rotate guys around. Otherwise, Odd Guy would be playing at that right D spot, which he's much more comfortable in. I don't think the series would have changed as far as the outcome, but I think it would have been a lot closer games last night.
Yeah, absolutely. I do apologize. I saw there were some typographical errors. I was sloppy, but no, that's true. Yeah, I mean, it's true. You have a fire sale like that, and they pretty much had a fire sale, and then you face the number. Well, I guess they're number 1 seed right now, and you just. It happens. Yeah, and it's funny. The one thing that came to my mind is for Appear Offline. All things considered, Monday, I think it was Monday night when they collapsed in the game 3. They actually still had 4 points that night. So the fact that they still lost the series, came out of it with 4 points, and actually did pretty good in the first 2 games, was completely overshadowed by the last 2 minutes of the game. And that's all really anybody talks about, is the fact that they completely collapsed. But they came strong the next night. I do apologize. I know I have a lot of this wrong. I apologize. I did it quickly.
I see D Mart there over in the chat. Maybe we could get one of the Appear Offline members on here tonight. Maybe in between the games, maybe after the games on there, because I do want to talk about that. I don't want that just to go away. I know they do. They don't want to see or talk about it because I want to get their opinions, their thoughts on that. But tonight, Johnny, we have a big one. Tonight, I mean, on here, the reason, and I think especially for Dom Silva, Nooooooo Gretzky, that squad, because they have lost 7 of their last 10 games. They're on a 4-game losing streak right now. Here's a team that came in here huge, man. Started off with a bang, first 2 weeks, even into that 3rd week a bit. But lately, Johnny, we haven't been seeing those Liberty gifts. We haven't been seeing those write-ups there from Dom Silva. And that could only mean one thing. Things are not good. So they got to turn it around, I think, tonight, because they do not want to lose another series on here. For Pale Poner, who's had a tremendous start here, Cougar, good. They've been all playing phenomenal, JRD. But one thing to keep in mind to see in this series, for the first time, he's without JRD in this series. Here's a guy that leads the team in goals. He leads the team in points. He's not here tonight. So we're going to see that for the first time, too, just as we saw Odd Guy's team last night, there's going to be some parts that are going to be different on there. I don't know. Which way are you leaning on this series? Who do you think's taking it here tonight? What do you guys think there in the chat?
Yeah, let's what you think. And the other thing you mentioned, JRD is the leading goals, leading points getter. He's also the leading shooter. Him and Adrenaline have 60 shots each. Actually, Adrenaline has 61. From there, it's Pale Poner at 36, then 30, then 15. So, JRD and Adrenaline are your primary shot takers there. They're the guys you get the puck to, they bury it, boom, you go home.
Johnny, I'm looking at the lineups here. Is this the actual lineup that Pale Poner is running here? He's putting Ozzy at the right D spot, Cougar going over to the left D spot. So he's flipping on there. Ozzy is playing D. I see him more as a winger. And they got McDollar Menu over at the right wing spot. Is he going to be able to fill in there what JRD has been doing? I don't know. I think Dom Silva, Biberty, Johnny, comes out here tonight and gets things going. They got to come out here in game number 1, make things happen. But I'm kind of questionable about this lineup here for Pale Poner tonight. I don't know.
It's definitely not as solid as the regular guys. Yeah, I like McDollar Menu. I like him a lot. But it's going to be hard to fill JRD's shoes in his absence. I mean, he's a part-time. That's what you gotta use the guys you got, and you gotta work them well. I'll say this lineup is definitely going to work in the favor of Biberty, all things given. 4-game losing streak, losing 7 of the last 10. I think this is a good opportunity for them to turn it around. Oh, here we got the other lineups too. We got Biberty's lineup. Let's see what they got.
Oh, I thought we were going to see Dom Silva on there. Fake news. He ain't here. He's up in the nosebleed section once again. So it looks like Nooooooo Gretzky's at the center spot, along with Dolo. Surprised me. Forward line that's been running there for them. Renfrey, defense, along with Space. And in that, Pants fan. So they got everybody. They got there's no excuse here for Biberty. Like I said, they got to come out strong here in game 1.
Yeah, they do. They got to take advantage. I mean, you don't like to be like always be, you got to take advantage of weaknesses, or because we're not necessarily saying McDonald Menus. We have yet to see him, but he might be the greatest player ever, and we're going to see him for the first time. So we'll see in a second here. But real quick before the game starts, and yeah, here we go. We are ready for action. Booyaka! Here we go. This wonderful video, courtesy of Mr. Fan TV, Mr. Hollywood. Very, very nice. This is beautiful. This is sexy.
We don't mess around. It's Thursday throwdown, baby. And what a big heavyweight matchup here tonight we got. I can't wait for the puck to drop.
And there it is. It's dropping. So, I mean, all things considered, yeah, like I said, there's going to be some questions on Pale Poner's team. No. I gotta move the logos a little bit, but there we go. Let's do that.
And right away on there, McDonald Menu got that puck on that right side, a little bit shaky. They got to regroup here, right back in that no zone.
Yeah, definitely. The absence of GRD is gonna be an issue for certainly, but those are the obstacles you got to work around. I mean, it's your part-time guy. You know that he's not going to be there all the time.
Well, listen, Pale Poner and Adrenaline have been having a great season here for both those guys. 27 points already for Pale Poner. Adrenaline's got 20. So they've got the players out there. But it looks like we got a early penalty taken, and it's against No. That's Adrenaline.
That's Adrenaline,
in the box, Johnny.
Oh, can't take those. Can't do that. But he's going in the box for 2.
That's blatant tripping, man. They call that all day long. So big power play here for Biberty.
He was just whacking the guy. he's playing a Oculus Quest Darth Vader simulator. Whack whack.
Oh man.
Oh, frig! Here comes Renfrey with the puck now. Renfrey, and this one of the things I talked about. Another nice thing about the 1 series games, you could do the color commentary on each play. It's very hard when you have the 3 or more. But this is nice, very intimate, interactive. Love it. Thank you for being here as always, Mr. Hollywood. Love it.
Great clear there. They got about a minute left here on this power play. Biberty hasn't been really able to set up in this offensive zone. Well, they do now.
Got my calcium on. Guess who ain't dying of scurvy? This guy.
Need that, baby. It's gonna be a long night here, Johnny. I'm ready.
I did. Did you catch? I had a chance to. I was preparing for the show before. Around 9 o'clock, I usually start doing things. I get my kids to bed and start doing things for the show. I was catching some of Ace Soul's stream there. Thank you for the gift. Or thank you for the sub. I'm not even good, my man. Thank you very much for that, my man. Welcome to the stream.
And he just made a tremendous save right before that penalty killed off. So they kill off that penalty. We're back even here. Still 0-0. So yeah, so you were mentioning about the show, Ace. So I didn't get a chance to catch it, but I've seen some of their episodes, especially the one last week. Those guys are definitely putting the work in there, man. I
enjoy it. I enjoy the format. It's very relaxed, very different. I like it. So I watched about 40 minutes tonight. I still have a little bit more to go. I didn't get the chance to finish it all, but I'm gonna catch it maybe after the show tonight. So it was very good. They have, they're mentioning a lot of the stuff about, who's hot, who's not kind of deal. So that was very cool. Talking about potential trades that maybe some teams should make, etc., etc. So I thought those were good points. Yeah, the trade deadline is Sunday night, I believe, 11:59 Eastern Standard Time PM.
This Sunday, wow. Okay.
I mean, are you expecting?
Here comes another penalty, Johnny. It's Cougar Hunter now going to box up. Power play chance here for Liberty, but they were unsuccessful in the first one. We'll see what they get here.
There's Spaceless Bark, and this is one of the guys that they talked about. Spaceless Bark. What a solid season. He's one of our rookies this season. He's having a great season. I liked him in the combine. I liked him so far this season. I think he's doing tremendous work out there. Get your shit. Get your shit, man. For those in the chat, we got a raffle going on. Got another 60 seconds on that. So get her done. We're doing a giveaway Monday night. I believe it's I wanted to do it last night, but I didn't end up. I had nothing prepared for that. I'm not gonna lie. I was such a slob.
That was a huge hit delivered. They clear it out. So that's 2 penalties, Johnny. 2 PKs killed off there by no. They just got to stay out of that box. 5 minutes remaining here in the first.
0 for 2 on the power play so far. So good kills there. Surprised me down low. I wonder if, surprised me he's got an interesting play style. Just kind of parks himself out there and just looks for those rebounds, look for those tips. Kind of an interesting, kind of a different play style. Maybe that's what throws people off. Some people expect more of the more speedy shit, the crazy ass friggin' juicy dangle shit, but he's kind of like almost like a grinder. Kind of plays down low.
Definitely loves to hit, I'll tell you that. 124 hits on the season for the man.
Oh, yeah. Well, during the chat screen where our boxes are, I have the stats up. Maybe we can take a look at those later. But yeah, he's got a lot of hits.
And the only thing, that forward line does take a lot of penalties, man. Regreski's 24 penalties, surprised me 19, and Solo with 16. But tonight, so far, they've been pretty good. Like I said, it's been No that's been taking the penalties, but killed off both of them here. We got final seconds of the first, and it's a deadlock, 0-0. Who gets on the board first?
Looks like Regretski's is slow getting up, too. Looks like he was hit hard. He was hit into the boards, and looks like he was slow getting up. So we'll see if that affects him the rest of the period. Shot in front by No. That's usually how I say their name. It's just No.
Well, finally getting to see No in that offensive zone. It's mainly been Liberty here because of those 2 penalties. And here's a good steal.
Whoa!
0.5 seconds. Mr. Solo buries it. What a turnover at the last second there. Look, it says 20 on the clock. I mean, it was 0.5. Not even like a 1 second, man. 0.5.
Not even. Hold on, I gotta call Toronto on that one. Was that a goal? Did he have enough? Did he have a second left? Toronto, what do you think? Toronto says yes. All right, so the goal is good. Now this clock says 0.5. I'm not liking this rounding thing. Oh, this crazy ass shit.
And that's Mr. Solo with his 19th goal of the season. He breaks the deadlock. So, Johnny, after 2 penalties, they killed them off on there. You don't know what's going to regroup there. They got a couple of offensive chances towards the end of that period, but then one mistake, and they're down 1-0.
That's all, just a momentary lapse in concentration, just a mistake, a mistake. Just a quick, can't control it. He capitalized it. That's all. It's 1-0.
And that was Cougar. Now remember, Cougar generally, I believe, has been playing right D
Yes.
for No. Tonight we're seeing him on the left D spot. Is that a reason why, man? And he's with a different defensive port here as well in Ozzy. But that was just a turnover. You can't blame the goaltender on that. He got right in there, and Mr. Solo took care of that advantage there. So 1-0. They only got 2 shots in that period, despite with those power play chances and all. But they lead at 1-0.
And very low shots. I think it's like 3-2 or 3-1, 3-2. So low shots. Just a turnover, just a mistake. And yeah, looks like we have a lag out. Hold on, we have a lag out.
They're gonna restart this one. Looks like Coog's in the chat here. He did not like that at all. So So the guy who got disconnected was the guy that passed it, got it over to Cougs. I guess he didn't want it back there, because why would you pass the puck there? So he got it on there, and that actually ended up towards us. So he's kind of saying that in the chat now. So we'll see. Yeah, 2 more periods. We got a lot of hockey remaining.
He's visibly kind of upset about that, because it shouldn't have happened. He's saying that the computer passing to him, and in lieu of an actual person who would never do that unless you're god awful, and just one of those things. You can't take it back. It's a goal. It's a legit goal. Just it's an unfortunate play, but it's 1-0. I mean, I guess it's not the overtime winning goal. So I guess it's all right, but it's still frustrating. Out of your hands, out of your control.
What I say Liberty needs to do here in Game 1, they got to take this game here, and right now they're looking pretty good, even though they're not getting much shots on net. That one counted, and besides that, I mean, neither team has really been getting those shots. Have been going back and forth. No. But for Pale and the boys, they had to take less penalties. 2 penalties in that period really hurt them, and that turnover, forget it. That's the difference right now.
And sometimes that's all it takes. Just one mistake, and then whatever. I should do a Johnny Perp counter. Yeah, but these things happen.
In the chat there, man. I haven't seen that guy in a long time.
Dualism. Yeah.
Dualism. I always pronounce him wrong, man.
That guy's a legend. All these, I want to say hello to who's in the chat right now. We got but Beaker in the house, Big C in the house, Blue Line King, the captain of Ain't No Sunshine, who actually they've been. We'll bring up them in a second, because they've actually been pretty impressive.
Just don't tell me Mr. Anderson is in the chat, because if he is, man, he's got to get those damn stats in.
Mr. Anderson, if you're listening, you know how it works. Twitch doesn't always show it live up to the second, so he might be here, but it's just not showing. And Mr. Anderson, please get those stats in. You're killing me. You're killing me, Smalls. Blue Lanky Cougs, D-Mart, Dom Silva is in tonight, so he's watching his co-captain work it tonight. Drug Monkey RX is here. Mr. Flan Fan is to my left, or my right, your left. You know what I mean. Jeff Ryan, 21 in the house. I'm not even good. Is Nickable. Dualism. Lurks. Pale Poner. Pence Fan. Oh, Pence Fan's here. Yeah, because he's playing, of course. Renfree. She's playing. Welcome, Renfree. Spaceless Bark is in the house. Roaming Ronan. The guest of tonight's The Warm-Up Show with Ace Soul, Levins, and Kerdog. That was a cool interview. I like Roaming a lot. He's a good dude. And
they put Ronan on the spot about that 3-goal deficit there. Was it Monday or Tuesday? Super Tuesday.
Was it Tuesday? Okay, it might have been Tuesday.
They didn't put him on the spot there.
No, I think that's one of those moments I'd like to forget. And it's such, I've been picking on it. Everybody has. It sucks because they took 4 points out of that night. They ended up playing really good for every single moment except the last 2 minutes, and that's what happened. You shit the bed, and everybody remembers that, and it's unfortunate. It was a huge comeback for Veds has left the server. Can't take nothing from them, but
no, absolutely. And I think they started off that series on a bad note. I believe Vets has left the server, took an early 2-0 lead in the first game. They ended up rallying back. That one ended up going to overtime.
Two overtimes.
Yeah, and a big win there, big overtime win. Game two, Imperial Flying looked good. They looked good there in that one. They came up with a W, so they were rolling, they were clicking. They started off game three as well. A great note. But Johnny, man, 3-goal lead. Listen, 3-goal lead, 4-1. I haven't seen anything like it.
No.
Listen, I could be in a 12s lobby. I could be in a drop-in, man. 3-goal lead with 1 minute remaining.
Oh, man.
Where do you go at that point? You're like, wait a second, man. We got to do something. After they scored that first goal, they're like, all right. But once they scored that second goal, that third goal, and then the fourth one in overtime, oof. I don't know. I don't know if I would wake up the next day. I might bring my game back to GameStop or to EB Games, whatever you have.
EB Games.
At that point. But, oof. But then, they came back strong last night. They needed that win to get the, get the momentum back there because, that's definitely tough.
That's a heartbreaker. That's a horrible moment for them. Probably going to be the worst moment. I'd be lying. So, I do this. I try to do the standings. Because I'll switch to the standing screen periodically, and I do those usually after game two. I'll update all the teams on the first 2 games so I can get everybody moved because it's a little cumbersome. I would be lying if I said I didn't have Pure Offline winning that third game in my. I already had. I was like, they're gonna. It's 4-1. 2 minutes. They've won. And then I'm like, okay, 4-2. All right, whatever. 4-3. I was like, nah, they can't. They're not gonna lose. And then they lost. So. I was like, I gotta Control Z.
This one back on here, Pier 2, and here comes Snow after the restart. McDollar menu.
Wow.
That's that rebound. That's Snow on the board. Remember, it's 1-1. It's period number 2. So just in the first minute and a half into this period, Cougar on the assist, Ozzy on the secondary.
So there it is. The two guys filling in for GRD there. Getting that goal, assisting on the goal and just working it on. Big turnover. And
the goal.
Oh, Pale.
Captain Pale Poner. Not only did they tie it, Johnny, now they've taken the lead 2-1.
All right, things are looking different now. This is completely. I mean, first period was very defensive. Biberty scored with 1/10 of a second left or whatever it was. And like, okay, cool. It's 1-0, but all of a sudden it's a completely different story.
Yeah, Pale Polner just netted in his 10th goal of the season with that, and 2-1 lead. And sometimes that happens after a restart on there. It looks like Liberty was not ready here after the restart. They played much better in that first period. Right now it's all no so far. We got the 1-goal lead.
I'll tell you, even I'm sure you've had them when you were a player, and when I was a player, I hated restarts. I hated lag-outs. It frustrates you, throws you off. Almost like icing the kicker in football. Whether people believe in that or, you're all psyched, you're good, you get momentum, and then that happens, and you start over, and it just, you just get frustrated, and it just takes, I don't know. It used to do that to me, and I was already a mediocre player as it was.
Well, for me, it was even worse, man, because I'm a goalie. So let's say you're having a great job in that, you're building your goaltender up, you're getting the saves, and then boom, that happens. It's like, oh man. So yeah, as a goalie, it was definitely frustrating. I agree with you on that.
Nothing the players can do. It's just the way it is. Sometimes you get EA doing its thing. Sometimes somebody's hosting from Antarctica. Who knows? But what's that? Vostok military base in Antarctica hosting Antarctic servers south. Regardless, it's 2-1. You got to see my desk here. This is insane. So I and this is the lag-outs are the reason why I do this. I write down the score, the scores as they happen. I have all these little pieces of paper from each. It's because I've got the green screen. I got pieces of paper all over the. This goes back to 2 weeks ago. This is 2 weeks ago.
I hear you, man. I got stickies here and everything as well, man. Yeah, I mean that's the only way. Because you forget. It happens, especially when you got, like, tonight's not too bad. We only got this one game, but when you got all those on screen, that was a good shot there, bro, just wide. And good with the save and the cover. 5:46 remaining here in the second. 2-1 lead. If you guys are just tuning in on here. Big turnover in the first period that put Liberty on the board, but starting period 2 here after the restart, Pale Poner and the boys getting things going here.
Yeah, looking very... I mean, a couple of good shots now by Liberty. But these close shots off the face-off, I'm not even good as they're blocking this shit. He's a brick wall right now. Nothing's getting by him right now.
And how tremendous has he been so far here this season? 83.3 save percentage. He doesn't even give up 2 goals. 1.95 goal against average for this guy. You know, so it's going to be tough. And that first goal was not his fault at all. It was a turnover in that zone right there. So he's playing good so far, despite what his gamer tag might be.
He's just throwing everybody off. He's letting you know he's not good, but he's really good.
That's what it is.
It's a good drape strategy.
You're dropping. Oh, this guy's not good, man.
No, he's pure crap. And then you play him. The guy's friggin' Dominic Hasek in his prime. You know, he's like kicking ass.
Oh man, I remember. Was it like shooter games or like Madden and stuff? You look at it's like, oh, and then but it's a account they just created and then it freaking blows you out like 50-0.
Yeah, or I don't know if you guys ever used to play Halo 2, but you get those booster accounts where these are level 100 overall quality players, level 1 accounts. Okay, you're just shitting on the competition. All right, but yeah, but the only I'm not even good. You got those pads are killing my eyes, dude. Purple. Come on, Master. Master.
I mean, that's hurting you. Imagine the players down there, man. They got to shoot against them, man. So it's it's a psych out thing.
It is.
It worked.
There was a goal when I played. There was a goal. He used to wear neon green pads all the time.
Remember back in the day, Roars.
Oh yeah.
He had like all the colors on his pads, man.
It was like squares and triangles and diamonds, all sorts of weird shapes, and everything was a different color. It looked like somebody vomited Skittles all over the place.
Rainbow, man, like Skittles.
Oh, it was horrible. Oh, that thing was ugly. Yeah, it was like NHL 14 or something. It was so long ago, but that shit was that was ass.
So that period, they're at the end of 2, Johnny. It's a 2-1 game. Big third period coming up here. Liberty was able to slow things down towards the end there, but they're down. They're down a goal.
5-3 is the shots on goal for No. It was previously 3-2 for Liberty Biberty. So 7-6 really. Time of attack relatively even, not too bad. The passing's good. No goals on the 2 power plays.
Dang, you're good with the numbers, Johnny. You should be entering these stats in, man.
I'm a huge stats nerd. I'm a huge nerd for stats. I don't know why. I just always am.
No, that's great, man. That's great. But
I'll tell you a story. So a long time ago, when I first started my job out of college, I was given a presentation. It was supposed to be simplistic. It was supposed to be for a non-engineering audience, and I gave this presentation that had numbers and formulas and all sorts of beautiful shit, and the guy was like, this is how you learn. And the guy was like, really cute presentation, but I don't know what the fuck he just said. He's one of the guys. So that's the kind of guy I am. I just overcomplicate things because I don't know why.
As long as it looks good, yeah. Sometimes you could get by, man. I agree.
But I got burned for that.
Third period underway, 2-1. No. And remember, for Liberty, this is a big game here. They're on a 4-game losing streak. They lose this one. That's 5 in a row. A team that was hot on there. We haven't seen the Doms write-ups for a while now. And if they can't win this first game, it's going to be tough, man. I mean...
5-game losing streak. That's not Liberty Biberty-ish.
No.
If that's a word. I understand. They got Monday night. They got swept by the Big Brown Beavers. The Big Brown Beavers are looking impressive right now, and losing the 3rd game of the Game of Thrones series. Granted, they look pretty good too now. Hall of Fame and his boys getting done as of late. But
although the Beavers lose last night, right?
Let me
in sunshine.
let me consult my post-it notes.
But what's going on with this Liberty squad? You know, they haven't made any moves, any trades or anything. They've been having the same guys here night in, night out. Was it a strength of schedule early on in the season? Are they, or it's just other teams have gotten better because of trades? Do they need to make a move here? Because, I mean, we got, 2 more weeks left after tonight. So they got to get the thing together. And right now, you don't want to, finish the season off the way they're playing right now, as we have an icing call with 11:46 to go.
I'm just trying to look at the schedule here. The Chill Pills. So after tonight, Liberty Biberty has Chill Pills and Strictly Business, which I think is going to be their toughest opponent. They got to get points here. They got to beat the Chill Pills because Strictly Business is arguably the toughest team skill-wise. I know Imperial Offliner first and all that. And, you know, Roman Rowan, you know, he's a scoring machine right now. But I think consistency all throughout the season. I think Strictly Business has been the most consistent all season. So that's going to be an interesting matchup there. Goal called out. Hold on.
Did they call this one off? If they did.
Interference, I guess. I don't know.
So it remains 2-1, still 1-goal game. Still got a lot of hockey. I mean, there's midway point here. Remember, it is the third period. There was a disconnect just tuning in. Score is 2-1.
I
wish you could change the score on there, right, on the screen.
You know what? That is one more thing I'd have to keep track of and change, but it's actually not a. There would be a way, like I would, you know, like with the series. You see this up here? Like I changed this manually. I could do that for the scores. It would just be like 2 more things I got to change, which are like not a big deal. But I could probably program that to my stream deck actually.
You know, I should do like a cutout, like do like a cutout of the image and just put it on there, man.
No, I could do a count. It's have you seen the counters that I do, like the roaming road and penalty counters? I could do that. It's a document file. It's a whole big thing, but I could do that where I could press a button, it goes up. I could even put a sound effect to it. Usually I put farting noises. Okay, that's just the kind of goof I am. And ooh, left defenseman for no, pulling a jacket time, shooting on his own goalie there for a second there. I don't know if you remember the jacket time incident.
Oh yeah.
You remember that where he scored his own? He used to get pissed off and score in his own net.
Oh yeah, after they got beat in a playoff game,
jacket time turns around.
After that, I think he got banned.
He was banned for that. For those who don't know, you know, me and Holly would go back, like way back, the old early Moose days. There was a guy by the name of Jacket Time, a good kid. I mean, good
player, man. He was
a good player.
He was like the top 5 guy at that time, man. At that point, but some guys just let ego get there. You know, you can't win. You know, especially if he was in that game up here offline that we saw that 3-goal comeback, he would have definitely pulled that.
He had Jacket Time. Yeah, so they were getting pumped in a playoff series, and this guy Jacket Time, he was so pissed off, and he just turned around and shot in on his own net and scored a couple of times. That's just what kind of guy he kind of was. But so we're going back to that trade discussion about Liberty Biberty, like, you know, strength of schedule. Yeah, that might have been probably been a factor. I think at this point though it's hard because you've played 4 weeks and you've been at the top for the most part. Now we're getting down to the last couple of days before the trade. After this, no more games. So do you trade somebody and risk your team getting worse? Or I'm not saying they're bad, but does that degrade your team a little bit? Or do you
lose tonight, Johnny? Do you? Because you know, like I said, I mean, is there a team that's I don't see them not making the playoffs, pushing because 8 teams. I mean, they've got to really be horrible. I mean, a lot of things need to happen for that, but you know, they only got 2 more series left after this one, so.
Yeah, that's right. Holy shit! Yeah, they play Chill Pills and who did I say? Chill Pills and Strictly Business.
That's gonna be a tough one, man. The final one, but
that's brutal.
Right now, 5-on-3, 2 penalties taken by Liberty. Not a good spot with time remaining, 1:30 to go. They got to score this one short-handed.
McDollar short. McDollar man you up close, and Penn's fan, and look at that. Liberty Biberty's gonna take another penalty.
Wow. So we saw how this game started up. It was No who was taking the penalties. But now, this is when frustration kicks in. You're down a goal on you're trying whatever to get this goal back here. And 3 straight penalties here from Liberty.
Absolutely not what you need right now.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, Liberty, it's a tough situation because who do you trade? And I'm kind of picking. I know they talked about this on Ace Soul's show earlier. You know, Dom has a he's got a good looking team. I know he's got a good combination of skill, and I know there's, you know, people that he's personally close with, like friends and stuff like that. So it's hard. It's a hard situation to be in. you know.
Maybe you trade Dom Silva. You don't Dom Silva. He's not
Could you
even
do
playing out yet.
that'd be a first. Concentrating himself.
He's just taking roster space. No, he doesn't take any roster space. But I don't know. I mean, they've just been on a slump. Pans fan has not been playing great. I saw one of the series. Pans fan had like a 50 save percentage or worse. You know, that can't happen. You know, I mentioned it also in the preseason before the season started. Is it a difference when, you know, when Space plays lefty or he plays righty, because he does switch between whoever is the other defensive partner. But, you know, they're running with that same forward line throughout this entire season so far. All three have been there for all 21 games, as we're seeing them here tonight. But they only score one goal. That's tough to win games unless you're shutting a team out. You know, you ain't going to win that, Johnny.
No, you're not gonna. And it's a tough one. It's a tough situation. Again, like I said, the time's running out. There's only this series and 2 more left. And yeah, they're not in any. I just want to. Canakin Lordbot, thank you for the follow. Follow with respect. He wants me to stretch. I'm gonna stretch. What's up? What's up, Lordbot? Thank you so much. I love a good stretch, man. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, that's a tough one. You know, time's taking for a lot of teams. And this is a tough discussion. I'm sure this is one that's going through Regretski's and Dom's head. Is, you know, what do we do? Do we do anything? Do we move any? I mean, do we worry? And who do we move? So, you know, it's a tough one. You know, you definitely don't move your forwards. That's a tough one. Do you give Burnett? Levins mentioned this earlier in his show, their show tonight. Maybe you give Burnett some time. You know, they still got him. He's only one bod guy, but maybe give him a chance. Slot him in there and see what happens.
Well, one thing that's hurting Liberty is the penalties. They got like 80 penalty minutes on the season. I mean, they're not as bad as a pure offline, but those guys just take penalties regardless.
Yeah, they live off that shit.
So most of the lower teams in the standings have a lot of penalty minutes, and Liberty, despite that they're 13-7, they got about 80 penalties. We just saw 6 penalty minutes taken here in this game. 3 right at the end there when they needed it. You know, they needed that extra guy to try to tie this game up. So you know, the thing is, I mean, you look at this team, they got the best, well, not the best, I mean, Pure Offline's number 1, but Liberty's got the number 2 time on attack. So if they're in that offensive zone, they're getting time in that offensive zone. I don't know if they got to score more goals, or are they giving up too many goals? I mean, 61 goals given up on there. It could be a combination of things right now at this point, but I got to figure it out, Johnny. That's 5 straight losses for a team like this. That is unacceptable.
That doesn't sit right with them. That don't sit right at all. Let me see. I'm actually updating the standings right now. Using my little thingy, so I'm going to delay a second here.
So despite that turnover by Cougar early on in this game, Nooooooo is able to bounce back. You know, got that great start in after the restart. Didn't look like Liberty was even ready at that point, and that's what won it. That's what won it at the end there. Good, it came out tremendous. Saved every puck after that. He probably would have had a shutout had Cougar not turned it over. So
come on, Cougar.
But nonetheless, he's lights out back there. So great win there for Nooooooo.
Come on, Cougar. That's on you, buddy. I think he owes I'm Not Even Good some Taco Bell or something for that one.
Kel says he wants to see the defensive star rating because he's on the top 5 on that.
Yeah, so that's been asked, and I still actually, speaking of which, I just updated the standings. Let's take a look at the standings real quick, and I'll get to that in a sec, Kelchi. So with that, I apologize. The numbers aren't. I can't align. We're shit right now. They're all individual cells. I'll do that after. But what was it? Here are the standings. So the only change, Liberty Biberty stays at 3rd place. That's the only thing that we know. Nooooooo moves up to 8th place. So they're going from 9th to 8th. Veds has left the server, now in 9th. So that's as of right now, after that first win. So
Has Anderson put his stats in yet? No, he hasn't.
no, he hasn't. No, but these are his lack of stats don't have. But this is why I write all the scores down so I know in case captains don't get their wins in, the stats.
Oh, so you got a more update already? Awesome.
This is
so
this is right
this
down
is the most accurate. I'm gonna say awesome.
Yeah, because
Johnny B, man, put in the work.
Because Veg has left the server, still doesn't have their. I don't think they still have their games in from Tuesday or Tuesday.
No.
So this is as of right now. Because if you incorporated Veds left the server, they'd have more wins, but they actually lost a couple. So No moves into 8th place with a chance if they get one more win. Yeah, they're looking at 7th place. If it's a sweep, it's tied for 6th. Biberty.
Well, listen, don't let those record fool you on there. Remember, they coming in here tonight. They've only have 12 games played, so they got a lot of games at hand on here in the next couple of weeks. So yes, they might be sitting at 8th place right now, but they could easily move to number 1 should they continue winning that as they've been, as we just saw moments ago.
And I'm going to sound like a complete nerd here, but yeah, they only played like one game all season, but if you extrapolate that data and catch them up to everybody else, they're probably like top 4 if they, based on their win percentage, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Cooks brings up a good point there in the chat. If you do it by win percentage, No is number 1 with a 75 win percentage.
Right.
They've only lost 3 games here all season so far. So I know they only played 12 coming here tonight. They just got their 10th win.
We're gonna do a quick poll right now.
You know why? Also, they're the least penalized team as well. Pale Polnar's got these guys. Also, right there, here we go. Game 2, Johnny kicking off.
All right, there's a poll going on around. Who you got winning game number 2? Is it gonna be Biberty or no? I love saying this thing. I always say no.
Here we got a penalty. You should have put which team takes more penalties this game.
Yikes.
We got an early one here by Liberty. Tripped up. That's surprised me going in the box there for 2. And this thing just started, a minute in? Not even.
Yeah, that's
not a good sign there if you're Liberty. I mean, they ended it very sloppy, that first game towards the end there. And they start this one off bad as well.
Not a good start. You can't give them this many chances. In the chat, let me highlight Kelch's chat here real quick. That's just funny. And I was watching. I know what he means because I like this show because it doesn't have Levins on it telling me I suck at defense every chance he talks about a team I'm on.
Oh man, is Levins even playing this season? No, right?
I thought it was part-time.
Oh, maybe a waiver, right?
Maybe.
50 seconds remaining on this power play here for
He's not playing. That's right.
He is not.
Okay. My apologies, but that's good. At least he can focus on doing he can do some of that media stuff. He does the show with Kerdog and Ace Soul's it's Ace Soul's show. And with Levins and Kerdog, it's awesome stuff. And Kelch does his own. It's called Shoot First, Ask Questions Later. I'm a big fan of both shows. I watch them as much as I can. Usually I catch it after the fact. But it's always good. Always a good time.
That was a good kill there by Liberty. We're back even here.
Ooh. 5-on-5. Rebound. Was juicy, but couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, Pence fan did a great job there moments ago, too. He had a couple of saves on that PK to have that one killed off. Scoreless 0-0.
Still scoreless here in this one. So far, so good if you're either team. But Biberty, yeah, they need to 5-game losing streak. I never thought I'd say that about this team.
They have now lost 8 of their last 11 for Liberty. So we'll find out after this game if there will be a Dom Silva write-up or not. We haven't seen his write-ups in a while.
Maybe that's a poll we could have. Will we see Dom Silva in uniform this season?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, we mentioned about, if they need to make a move. Does Dom Silva need to go on the ice? Will we see Dom Silva? Are they saving him for the playoffs?
Can you you imagine? So they get to the play. Let's say they drop. Let's say they end up in 5th place. Let's just say in the playoffs, and then Dom Silva, his schedule changes and he's full time, and they just kick all this ass. Dom turns out to be the greatest player in NHL 22 history. That'd be amazing. What a story that would be.
Because there's no requirement as far as you got to play X amount of games to play the playoffs, right? As long as you're on the roster, you're there, you're good.
Yeah, you're on the roster. He's a captain. He's one of the co-captains. Why not?
And that could sometimes throw a team off because you're not prepared for that line. You know what I mean? Here comes Silva. You're like, wait a second, So, never know.
Yeah. I guess. I mean, you never know. He can come in and be the greatest player ever. We just don't know. We haven't really seen him. Here comes a penalty. Oh, big hit there. A little elbow.
Interference call against Adrenaline. So now we're going to see the Liberty power play team come on here to try to break this deadlock. Big face-off coming up here in the no zone.
No.
8:36 to go in the period.
You know what? I feel bad. This is a special night. We got Mr. Flan Fan on here, Flan Fan TV on Twitch. Give him a follow. He does a hell of a job on Twitch. He does a great job with the media.
I don't come on every time, but I do come on for games like this on this Thursday night. Two tremendous teams here. 239. That was a great shot there. Good with the save.
Wow. 2 great saves were good. What a guy. Yeah, he just about leads in every stat category, I think, except shutouts. I'm not even good, that is.
Well, Cougs cost him 1 tonight.
That was on. Sorry, Cougs, that one's on you, bud.
Or the computer. Cougs said it was the computer AI.
Yeah,
fed him the puck.
Well, maybe he was. Cougar, were you hammering that right trigger, the beaver tail smacking button? Tap 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 tap. He's hammering that thing.
Remember playing like a drop is everything, like hitting that, when they want the guy to pass it to him.
Oh my god, that was annoying. Oh my god. That's all you'd hear.
You're probably doing it and he turns it over.
People
or something.
Everybody be doing this the whole time. So that here is tap 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 tap. It was the most annoying thing ever. I hated it. I hated dropping. I still do. But don't see that anymore. Thank God. Not as much.
I met somebody like when I would go drop it. I'm like Cloudy Days is in here. What's going on? You'd come up with like these crazy names in the back. You're like, well, we got a big goal here. Ooh. So Liberty capitalizes on here, takes the early 1-0 lead here with about 3:39 to go in the period, and that was Renfrey. Space on the assist, and Nooooooo Gretzky's on the secondary. 1-0 Liberty. So just as game 1, Johnny, they get off to that 1-0 lead here late in the first. But we'll see if they can maintain it this time.
Yeah, a little too late to celebrate, or too early to celebrate, right? But great start. Great start. I was seeing that puck trickling, and then I saw that happen, but he managed to, and Pens fan got that out.
Pens fan kept that one out. He's been tremendous here this period. He's been tested. There's been a lot of good opportunities for No.
Yeah.
Was at the final seconds of the period.
Yeah, he's been challenged more this game so far. Looks like, and he's standing tall. He's standing proud. It's 1-0. Great goal by Renfrey. She has a couple other goals, and I recall them being kind of like the one was a nail in the coffin goal, kind of a game sealing goal.
Oh, 6 seconds. Cougar Hunter comes out with the snipe. Man, what a goal. Ozzy on the assist, Adrenaline on the secondary, but man, what a shot by Cougar here. Pens fan has been perfect up to this point, but that one got through. And 0.5 actually, I stand corrected here. So Johnny, we saw Liberty score 0.5 game 1, and now here in game 2, they give it back to him, man.
Wow. It's like, oh yeah, you want to do that shit? Here, save this.
Good in the chat there. What a joke of a game. He's pissed, man, because he can't get a shutout again in this one. They've broken it to 1-1 game. We got a game here, though, man. We got a competitive game just as game number 1. It was a 1-goal game. It's all tied here at the end of the first.
Shots on goal 4-3 for no, not a lot of hitting. Time and attack about 50. Fuck, I can't do math.
Pretty even, man. I mean,
56 seconds more. Yeah, pretty even. About 56 seconds difference. Look at the passing for 93%. Wow.
Well, they learned from game one after that turnover, man. They're not going to be turning over the puck this time.
Wow.
And they've been doing a great job with the puck. Like I said, they've had some opportunities in that offensive zone. They had some good looks, and they finally got it with 0.5 seconds to go. Period 2 coming up.
I mean, oh, no, don't tell me. Don't tell me something.
And that hurt. That hurts when you, as a team, Johnny. You took the lead there towards the later part of the period, and then here they come with that goal. When they get those 0.5 seconds remaining goals, it takes the life out of you, man.
It does. You feel like all that work you put in that period, it just went for nothing. Like, grinding out this 1-goal lead. And then it's just like, back to square one,
Looks like one of the guys might not be moving there for Liberty. So right now, No could take a chance. Oh, there he is. That was surprising.
Okay, we're good. He's there.
Back in. But, yeah. I mean, and listen, Liberty's got to find something to get out of this damn slump. I mean, 5-game losing streak here. That's got to come to an end. They cannot get swept here tonight. They got to come out something here 1-1 right now, here in the second.
Yeah, that won't bode well for the team that's held the first spot for the longest time this season. So it just doesn't. It's there's when you get up to a hot start like that, there's high expectations for sure.
Now it's
their biggest issue is going to be that they close out the season versus Strictly Business. It's not going to be an easy matchup.
And Strictly Business come out to play that one because right now they're in that fight on the top of the standings there. It's a very tight race going on right now. 29 points tied with Liberty right now. So it may come down to, and seeding is a big part when it comes down to it, in the playoffs. And, right now they're both even. I don't know if all those stats went in there from last night. So there might still be some missing ones.
There are, one of the games doesn't have all the stats, and so there's that. Like I said, the only thing, my standings, I have those updated usually as the games end, just because of that, so we can at least have accurate standings. But it's a good battle. It's gonna be another close one. Looks like 4 through 7, 4th seed through 7th seed, all within a couple of points. The Pure Offline seem to have a 5-point advantage at first. This is Liberty, Biberty, and Strictly Business battling for that 2nd or 3rd seed. Good evening, Hockey Man St. Louis. Welcome, my man. This is my man. This man is going to be joining us potentially next season. He's our newest addition to the 239 fam. We may be seeing him next season. We may be seeing him on the scouting combine we do here next season. So. Look forward to that.
Is he actually from St. Louis or what?
I believe he is. He is. I think he said that the other night. So welcome. One game tonight. Yeah, no, you're not seeing everybody. You're not seeing wrong. This is just
St. Louis is in that big battle there with Colorado in the NHL. They had that big win in round 1, but I don't know, Colorado stuff. They right now it's a 0-0 game. You guys are up there in the second period of that. But here we're also tied, Johnny. 1-1, 9 minutes to go here in the second.
It's me and Flanny. I should put the name on there. I should put the name tag on there. Me and Flan Fan TV. It's like yin and yang. He's dressed up really nice, very professional, sharp looking. I got a friggin' headband and a jersey.
Well, you know what, Johnny? Last time I was on one of your shows, man, I was wearing just a wife beater.
You were in the wife beater.
Guys got on me. They're like, "Hey, why isn't Hollywood come dressed on?" So I was like, "All right, let me put." Here, man. I mean, I take those comments personally, Johnny.
I think that was this your drug monkey or gal. I think you mentioned something about you coming on with a wife beater. I thought it was great. I mean,
It was a Sunday, you know what I mean? I was home and stuff, so I mean, you know, we got no work, we're not working on Sunday.
We got the Sunday afternoon, Flanny.
I had the beach scene going, you know. I thought it mixed with, but I guess not.
Oh,
a big goal here. No regrets.
Wow.
Back. That's what we need, man. This guy right here got to step it up to captain because the other captain's too scared to step on the ice.
Ooh.
So regrets need to do it all.
That was nice play.
Big goal there.
Yeah, it looks like
Did they turn that one over in their zone? Well, that was a great goal.
Yeah, I'm not even good. Pass it out. He had the puck, skated it out to avoid the guys on the left. Made the pass. It got intercepted. So I'm not even good. Quickly got back. I'm surprised. No Regretskis didn't shoot earlier. He had a partially open net, but regardless, I'm not even good. Got back in net, and then I just don't know that he was really set, ready, you know, for that. I don't know. Look, he just got back in the net, and I might have panicked a little there. He's blocked there.
Big goal, and Liberty gets back on top here, 2-1, and a big chance here. What a poke, though! Break that up, but there's again. Goal number 2, and they got a 2-goal biggest lead here. And yeah, Noah's gonna take a timeout, pause here, because they've seen what happened in that appear offline game. They don't want to get this thing out of hand. But and shout out to Ronan there in the chat. Came in here at a perfect time. But 3-1 Liberty. And this is what I said they needed. Unfortunately, you know, game 1, they couldn't get things going. But right now, Regretsky's got the boys up and going, man. 3-1 lead.
There's some good counterattack hockey, good turnovers. That one was started. There was, I think that was Solo Dolo. As Nooooooo was in the Liberty zone. Tried to take a shot, blocked by Solo. Puck comes out. He gets it over to Regretsky's, and he kind of, they kind of played it from there. But some good turnovers, good trapping there for a little bit there, and not making anything go through and just getting themselves the opportunity there. So
I love the pigtails that Regretsky's is showcasing on there. That's his second goal here of the game. We got about 2 minutes remaining in the second. 3-1 Liberty. Remember, game 1, No took that one, 2-1 win. But here in game 2, Liberty's trying to tie the series up.
Tie the series up, get points for their playoff standing, but most importantly, they got to stop this 5-game losing streak. That's what they're after. They got to get back on the winning side of things. They want to get the win here, the series win here. They want to get momentum. They want to beat Chill Pills next week because they close out the season against Strictly Business.
That was a big save there by Pence. Fans going to hold on to it. 47 seconds to go. So, I mean, here in this game, Johnny, besides those 0.5 seconds in that first period, Liberty has been playing pretty damn good, solid hockey here.
Yep.
We'll see if they close out the period.
They look faster. They're passing better. They're in the zone more. They're taking advantage of they're making great turnovers. They look a lot different than game number 1 was just. They just didn't look as good. They look flat. I've said that a lot of times.
That was a good period. We'll see if they'll be able to close things out. Big third period coming up. But that man right there on your screen, that's No Regretsky's. I don't know what name he goes by now, but he's got 2 for Liberty, and they got the 3-1 lead.
Yeah, it's like Gus R or something like that. It's a different name, but that is our boy No Regretsky's. Yeah, look at the schedule. Let me look at the schedule for next week really quickly. It looks like we have a pretty full week again.
There's some trash talk going on in the chat here, Johnny.
Oh,
we was Ronan and Drug Monkey because looks like I believe they're playing next week.
Looks like it.
He's letting Drug know if he's ready for him. Ronan lit the scoreboard up last night.
Oh,
Johnny,
man.
I don't know how many times you have to call Ronan's name here on the broadcast.
By my count, 15 times for goals, 4 times for assists, if I'm not mistaken. I had a counter going because it was getting crazy. I was like, goal scored by Roaming Ronan.
How many there were raps though? That's what I want to know.
Apparently just 1 or 2.
1. Wow.
Roaming,
out of all the goals, only 1 rap.
Only 1 rap out of 50. I think it was 15 goals by the end of the night in the 3 games. He was doing the sniper 0-270 shot. To kind of park himself there on the left side. 1-timer, not short side, but 1-timer from the left side. So, and nobody was really covering it.
If No could bounce back here, Johnny, they got to get something going here. Get back in this game. But Pence fan has been solid here in this game here, holding things down. Here's Gretzky's, who's got 2 goals, looking for a wrap. Oh, moved away.
Roaming Ronan, is that you on the ice? They dressed.
And Dom Silva must be loving this right now with this 2-goal lead. Trying to break this slump that they're in for Liberty.
Roaming Ronan, I can appreciate a good rap attempt. He loves him. Yeah, speaking of Roaming Ronan, he was the guest tonight on the warm-up show, Ace Soul Levins and Kerdog's show earlier tonight. It was around 8 o'clock. If you haven't watched it already, catch it on Ace Soul's Twitch. It should be in the chat. I can post. Actually, I'll post it in the chat.
Oh, did they put that in their own net there? It's a goal.
That's a goal.
Mr. Solo's going to get credited there. But I saw loose puck in front of the net. And, Solo with the goal, Renfrey on the assist. And that makes it 4-1 now. Oh, Liberty here. Right now, 13-10 to go.
Dominating performance. And that's exactly what they need.
Now, if you guys missed that show, definitely watch. I got to check it out as well. You know, Ronan was a big part. He was a huge part in that Thursday Throwdown show, so it's great to see him back on there.
I know. I miss those.
I definitely got to check that out.
Back in a playoff spot there.
That was Mr. Dalai Lama.
Dalai Lama. I remember the good old days. Yeah, catch it right there. There's Ace Soul's Twitch handle. If you guys want to check it out, they do a good show. But once a week. So it's been a very nice addition, and then Kelch has a show as well, so it's very good. Gives some depth and little looks to the media. It's awesome.
So 9 minutes to go here, Johnny. 3-goal lead, and Liberty has 4 goals here scored on Mr. Good, who's coming in here tonight with a 1.95 goal against average, but this one's not going to help him out here. 4 goals scored.
Yeah, this one's going to drop him a little bit. I mean, he's got a tremendous stats. It's 1 game out of a whole bunch, but he's not liking life right now. He's not liking this. He's hating this game, and I don't blame him. It's frustrating.
Good saying he's not a goalie. Well, he is this season.
He can change his gamer tag. I'm not even a goalie. They just put me back there, and I'm just kicking all this ass. He is playing good. He's having a great season. Statistically, he's just, like I said, he's tops in a lot of the stat categories for a reason.
5:30 to go. Liberty coming out strong here in game 2. And for right now, they can't get anything going here, man. They're running out of time. 5:13 to go, and ever since Gretzky's got the boys rolling, they've been hot.
2 quick goals like that will change you. It'll do. I mean, especially the one with a turnover off of the pass from I'm not even good. That one he just kind of skated in. So it does something to your psyche, and certainly 2 quick goals like that'll do it. Comment in the chat from Hockey Man St. Louis. Hockey Man STL says. No, which is represented by Team HSF, which I forget what team name that was. They seem to leave the areas open for Liberty to capitalize on. Yeah, there seems to be definitely a lot more space for Liberty to kind of do their thing. A couple of turnovers, obviously points off turnovers is a big thing.
Well, Johnny, we mentioned in the pregame here, we mentioned how, Pale Poner without JRD on there, how big of an offensive part he is to this team. And Huge. We're seeing struggles here tonight on the offensive side. Only 1 goal here in this one. Game 1, they only scored 2. And remember, those happened in a matter of seconds. Outside of that, they've been pretty quiet on that offensive side. You got Ozzy back there on D. You got McDollar over there at the right wing spot. So this is a new look we're getting here. Fortunately, they got the win in that first game. But over here in game 2, Liberty has stepped up the tempo.
Yeah, taking advantage, like Hockey Man mentioned, it's taking advantage of some of the open areas that they're able to get into and make a play out of.
So, Johnny, the chances of a Dom Silva write-up is still intact here.
Still alive.
Because Liberty's going to take this one here to tie the series, and we're going to go to that rubber game, game 3. Woo. Who's taking it, man?
Oh my gosh, because this is a tough one. Now this gets tough. No played good enough to win the first game. Liberty Biberty relatively dominated the second game. So, like, who do you go with statistically or otherwise? The team that won the first game or the team that dominated the second game?
It all comes down to the captain here in game 3. Pale Poner's got to get something going there for game 3. And if Rogretzky stays hot here as he did here in game number 2, I'm leaning towards Liberty.
If I would have to agree too. If this keeps going, yeah.
Space is saying they played bad enough for them to win. Yeah, I mean, listen, after that restart, just a quick start there for Pale and No. Got those 2 quick goals. It was rather quiet in that first game after that. But here in the second one, they definitely played a lot better. They stayed out of that box that we saw in that first game, towards the later part of that first game. 3 penalties, back to back to back. And 2 guys in that box. I think even maybe 3 at once. But, they did well. They stayed out of that box. They focused, They didn't do the penalty minutes. They did the Ronin way that we saw last night. And they got a win.
The Ronin way is the only way. So as after that win, here are the standings. No change in lineup for No, or in standings for No, but Liberty Biberty, based on the more wins, they are now in second place. So they've moved up a little bit with a chance to just be higher in second place, I guess. I don't know. They have a chance to be 31 points on the season, I guess.
Yeah, Rogretzky's is having a tremendous season there for him. He's 50 plus points already here this season.
It's a shortened season because we only have 11 teams I saw there, so it's a shortened season. Rogretzky's again. I don't have the stats is hard to update on the fly with all the assists and all that stuff, but 29 goals going into tonight. No, 19 goals going into tonight. Yeah, he's over 50 points now, probably 52? No, 51.
Well, he had 2 goals there.
2 goals. You got to figure there's an assist somewhere.
I'm sure he had some assists somewhere there, yeah. On top of that.
Let's say 3 points.
But if you're No right now, I mean, get back in this series here, It's just, I mean, I don't know. I see Liberty taking this one here. I see a Dom Silva write-up in the works. I'm pretty sure Dom Silva's already working on the write-up right now up in the press box.
Up in the press box, way up there. I see him with his typewriter, his computer. He's ready to go.
He's got all his gifts ready that he probably had the last 2 weeks that he couldn't use them. So he's probably got them all lined up, man.
He's got one of them hard drives full of gifts just ready to use on the write-up. Just itching to write one. And they'll get a chance.
Oh, after, we saw this Liberty team, we talked about the 5-game losing streak. They finally snap it here, and now they have a chance to win the series here against a very talented No team. But like I said, different offensive line here tonight. Right wing's changed, right D is changed. So sometimes it takes more than just a game for the team to click.
And that's exactly what it is. You just different lineup, gonna have a different looks, different chem, maybe some chem, maybe not so much. Maybe that's what's going on. But I'm excited. I gotta pay out the bet. Who won game number 2? Well, that was Liberty Biberty. Nobody won that one. Everybody guessed wrong.
Wow!
Everybody was feeling No's gonna win that one.
Everybody took No. Not even one person.
Not one person.
Man.
So
everybody's riding that No train. What's going on?
Well, with that being said,
I'm convinced with those power rankings and everything.
Let's repeat that. But for game 3, same bet.
I told I told you guys though, man. One thing to worry about the part-time players. JRD has been playing all games up to tonight. And then here it comes. And they got to play a team like Liberty here, with a different line on there. So we'll see. I mean, they got to find somebody that gets the points because right now, Johnny, they've only scored 3 goals here tonight, and
Yeah.
that's got to change. That's got to change. You're not going to win games like this, but we'll see. Pens fan did tremendous that game, though. Shout out to him. They killed off the penalties. He had some key saves there to keep the puck out of the net, and as soon as he did that, Rogretzky's got things going for Liberty.
I'm stretching on the recommendation of Spaceless Bark. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Spaceless. And you're looking right here on the right side of the screen. You got these are going into tonight, and hopefully, they're from the website, so it depends on if all the stats in. But you're looking at. I'm not even good. Prior to the first 2 games, he's got a 1.9 goals against. Very solid stuff. Pens fan with 2.84 going into this one. That goalie star rating, which I'd be lying if I said I knew exactly what goes into that, but I don't. I don't think anybody does. But yeah, look at the stats on here. Roaming.
Speaking about stats, has Anderson put in his goddamn stats from Tuesday?
Anderson.
I keep hitting the refresh button here, refresh,
Anderson.
and I'm getting bad news.
Anderson.
He won that series. They said he won that series.
Yeah, they won the series. And usually the way, and this is going back to the old the old Moose days when we were in the Moose. Usually the captain who wins is like they're like a caged animal trying to write that right up. Like they're on it. Like it's usually when you lose that you're like, well, I'll do the stats whenever. 5 days later. But usually when you win, you're like chomping at the bit to get those stats and like, oh yeah, that's right. I scored 5 goals tonight. We won 6 points. Go us. But no, it's weird. I don't know.
But you know what? I gotta say this though. This season, Johnny, it's great to see like those write-ups back.
Love it.
Yeah, which is great because that made the league when the league started. That's what it was. It was all about write-ups. Before any of these shows started, these streams, it was the write-ups. They've been there since day one, and it's a big reason why 239 does the 3 games a night because you have that series. There's not going to be a tie. No. Somebody's going to win this series. One way or the other. And I think it's great. That concept on there has always been on this. So there's always going to be a winner. There's always going to be a loser. Even though that appear offline was 4 points each for each team, technically a draw. But I'm not going to get to that point wise. But you get the deal on there. It's it's a fun thing. Everybody each team has the opportunity to do so as far as posting the write-up, and it's a great read. In the morning, you wake up, whether you're at work, whether you're at your house, whether you're in the bathroom, whatever, man. Just reading those is great to see.
The write-ups were always great bathroom material. If you were in there for an extended period of time, nothing filled that time gap better than an old Moose or a 239 write-up like back in the day. I remember looking forward to that. Yeah, I was looking forward to that. Like, oh man, I'm gonna get on. We were in the Moose back in the day. I was like, oh my god, get on the It's like, oh man, look at that write up by Leach or whoever, Yambag or whoever with the lineups. Write ups, Drift King.
But remember back in the day, like X Daily was a big trash talker. That's what
he was.
I mean, nobody did better trash talking than X Daily. So when he came on there and he did the write ups, but when you beat him, when somebody beat him on there, oh man, he was getting it from him. So it was tremendous. Keeps the league activity going. And speaking about going, we're getting ready for Game 3 here, Johnny. 1-1. Who's taking it right here? We'll find out on this Thursday night.
Ooh, I love Thursday nights. I love it. Love it. We got one great, and I'm glad it's a good series between 2 good teams. It's been good. It's lived up to the hype so far.
It's great to see Rogretzky's back in the league as well, veteran of the sport here against Pale Poner. You know that you're getting a great game, great matchup, and here we go.
Roaming Rowan in the chat. That's because Daly talked 4 times more than everyone else. Eventually you say something funny.
You ever been in a XLE party?
I've never experienced it.
Oh man.
I used to watch. I never really knew Daly that well. I knew he was around. I think we played against each other. I've seen the shows. He did. Was he a Thursday Throwdown? I think it was, he had his own show. I think.
Like if you thought he talked a lot, like on the shows, if you had him in like the Xbox Live party, oh man.
That's one guy I regret now. I may not have just bumped into him. I never really knew him that well. I knew he was a funny character. I've seen the shows and back in the day.
Weren't good, Donnie, we weren't good enough to play with Xdale. He was on that higher scale. Maybe now we could. Maybe now we could though.
He was next level shit.
And it looks like we got to penalty start this one off. It's going to be against No.
Ooh. And the shot. Nice chance at a shot there in front by Biberty, but great defensive play to get the stick out. And Pale Poner.
Pale Poner, the captain, going in the box. Not a good sign here to set an example for the team to come out here in game 3. We'll see if Liberty could capitalize. They haven't been off that well, though, on the power play. Neither team has.
No.
PKs have been dominant here from both teams.
Is Pale Poner using that 6'7" enforcer build again? Who knows? Probably.
Oh, I remember that, man.
6'7" enforcer builds named Gunther. It would just wreck everybody. Here comes Renfrey. Renfrey's got it now in there on the left side. Shot on goal is blocked. Looks like it's going to go the other way. Ozzy McDollar menu.
Well, they dump it away. That was a great clear. 25 seconds remaining here in the power play. They might have one final rush here. But great PK so far here by No. And they kill it off.
Shot on goal.
Oh. I don't know if Good got a piece of that, but I went just wide to the right. Remains scoreless, 12 minutes to go.
A lot more chance. Biberty certainly looking like they're playing with a lot more speed, a lot more poise. So they're looking more like game 2 Biberty. Right now, anyways. See if that holds up. Still no score. 10 minutes left. 10 minutos left in this first period.
Remember, the winner of this game here gets the write-out privilege on here. Gets to go in the chat there on the Discord and say the GG on there, you know.
GG, brah.
Oh man, remember those? You get like an 8-0 game, like the pure offline, and you go in there and like, yeah, GG, odd guy.
GG. GG. Thanks for coming out.
Oh man.
That must have been a very.
I remember when we used to use G-Chat and everything.
Oh my gosh, G-Chat.
When you played like Xtelly, so when you beat them, you send them the GG chat on there. It was great.
Yeah, G-Chat, and it was called something else for a while there too. I remember those days.
Hangouts, right? Google
Hangouts. That's right. Hey man, get on Hangouts. Let's go.
We used to use that for like years, man. Even on the shows, like yeah.
Do the shows from that shit.
It was like right onto YouTube, right, and stuff.
Oh, the good old days.
Oh, good steal here.
I saw. Oh, nothing. Good defensive play there.
So
way to get the stick out. And that could have trickled in, but I'm not good enough. Keeps it out. Here comes friggin' Gretzky's. All right, McDollar man, you filling in for the missing JRD.
Gamer tag, man. That was such a great gamer tag. No Gretzky's.
I like it.
Did he get hacked? Or did he get banned or something? Or what?
He might have been banned. Well, that was a good name. Not sure what prompted the change. I'm sure there's a good story or a good reason, but I'm not sure what it is.
Final seconds here of the period. Liberty's trying to get a final shot here, but looks like it's going to be well defended by No. So first period in the books right here. There's the horn. 0-0 game. It's a battle going on here. Pale Poner, no Gretzky's. Tremendous. Here on this Thursday night.
Thursday night hockey. We got one series, and it's a good one. This has been living up to the hype. 0-0. I'm good with it. I'm good with defensive. Shots on goal, relatively even, but relatively low. But the time of attack that's a big differential for Liberty and Biberty. Almost 2 minutes up. They're spending more time in the zone. Passing hasn't been very good. 52 and 69% respectively for those teams. Just the one penalty, it looks like.
See a lot of zeros over there on the left side, even face-offs for no. Well, they got a lot of O's in their names. Maybe they got to change it to the zeros. But we'll see what happens here. Period 2 about to kick off.
They got to change it to 0000 QC Optic. Yes. All right. So after this series, we won't be seeing any more hockey till Monday night. Monday night looks like this week. 3 games Monday, 3 games Tuesday, 3 games Wednesday, 1 game Thursday. So another big Thursday night. And No is actually going to be part of that. No takes on Ain't No Sunshine next Thursday. They get to be the feature game.
Well, the one I'm looking forward to is Monday, Johnny. The big one on Monday, we saw Events left the server, make that tremendous comeback to beat Appear Offline. Now they got to play the Big Brown Beavers.
That is going to be a good game.
That's going to be a tremendous matchup. But listen, the boys are clicking. They're excited. They won that big series. Can they bring that big momentum into Monday night? Hopefully by then, Mr. Anderson will have his stats in. No, I'm kidding. I'm just... I'm busting his balls.
If he's watching, he's probably like, come on, guys. I had to work late that night. Come on, guys. He's probably like getting frustrated. Love it. Mr. Ando. He's probably like, what's up, guys? What's up?
But yeah, tremendous series down. I mean, the big reason of that comeback was him, And here we go, breakaway chance. And Nooooooo breaks the deadlock on the backhand. Pass good. And Liberty will get on the board here, Johnny, unassisted.
Looks like unassisted goal there. I'm looking at. I got the game on a couple different ones. I was watching this. That's a nice goal. A tough break there. Those breakaways are tough to stop. It doesn't matter who you are in net.
Those purple pads did not work there for good. As Rogretzky gets on the board here. That's his 3rd goal of the night. And they're looking for another one. That's poked away by Cougar.
Congratulations to Renfree and Roaming Ronan getting the latest raffle win. Congratulations. Like I said, for those who are just joining in, we'll be doing a giveaway Monday night. This coming Monday, the 22nd. Wait. 23rd. So, like I said, all these points you get here go towards that. So, probably doing something simple like gift card. I might do like a bunch of gift card giveaways, that kind of thing. Something simple that I don't have to be creepy and ask for your address. Just give you a code and we all go home happy. Did that a couple times earlier on in the when I started doing this. I think we did a couple giveaways. I had to ask for the addresses, which I hate doing because I feel like such a creeper doing that. But hey, what's your address?
We know you're banned from Chuck E. Cheese, Johnny. But
yeah, I can't come. I'm not allowed within 500 feet of a Chuck E. Cheese or a Build-A-Bear. Build-A-Bear store.
But no, I hear you on that, man. Have Pale Poner do it or somebody, man. Like, here, this is how you're,
Here's a prize. Man. Get it to that person. Go.
Or the best is just get the code or something, like.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I've been doing that the last couple of times. So just been doing. Yeah, it's usually giveaways like gift cards or we did an Xbox Ultimate code or something like that a couple times. Stuff like that.
Okay.
Then the one time we did an Xbox controller. I think Kelch won that one.
Oh wow. I want to get the Marty McFly Nerf controller signed by McFly himself, man. I don't know if he got rid of it, if he traded it in, but
if you're in the chat, oh man, Marty, if you're in the chat, do you still have that thing? That's a good idea. I would personally love an autographed Marty McFly Nerf controller. There's been a couple suggestions that I do give away my headband, one of these headbands here. Like I could sign the inside or something, or sweat in it. I don't know, something.
Get Dom Silva put the 239 logo on there. You know?
Ooh, yo, that's what we need in the gift shop or the merch store. A 239 headband. Whoever runs that, please get on that. That's tight. I want that.
3 minutes to go here in the second. Game 3, 1-0 Liberty as we have an offside call. So right now, only goal there by Nooooooo Gretzky's on that big breakaway chance. That one mistake done by No, but right now the offensive, for this No team has been struggling. They have not scored for quite a while here tonight. As Adrenaline takes a huge hit there. Go.
I don't think he's getting up. He is. He just took a shot. Damn, how'd you get up, boy? Oh, man, that was a huge hit. You just ate elbow there.
The Panthers has had some tremendous saves here in this game, keeping this a 1-0 game, Johnny.
Yeah, and he's on a good team, I get it, but he's doing enough work on his own that, he's a big part of the success, Pens fan. Here comes Solo with it now. Solo with a shot. Big save by I'm not even good. Rebounds.
They keep the puck there, Johnny. That's Nooooooo Gretzky's. Gets the rebound there, comes right back, and that one good is not making the save. Solo on the assist, space on the secondary, and just like that, Gretzky has netted his 4th goal of the night and goal here of this game. And just how he got them started in game 2, he gets them started here. I told you who's going to win this series is the captain that comes through, whether it's Pelponer, whether it's Nooooooo Gretzky as well. Right now, it's Nooooooo Gretzky's as we have the final seconds of the second.
See if anybody scores with 1/10 of a second left. No, guess not. Yeah, but with the win in game 1 for No, Pale Poner ended up scoring the game-winning goal. Pale Poner came in through large. Game 2 was pretty much Nooooooo Gretzky's scoring like an animal there, putting that one away. Here he is again, more goals. Hockey Man St. Louis, much more tight than last game. Yeah, so far so good. This 2-0. I think we were 3-0 at the second intermission at this point, maybe.
Yeah, that one was like a 4-1 final.
4-1 final.
But right now, Gretzky's getting the boys going there. That's what they needed, that spark in game 2. They got it, and they got one here again in game 3. So big third period coming up for No, who's been rather quiet. They need to get something going here. But Pens fan on the other end there has been coming up with some big saves. So far, he's holding that shutout.
Yeah, Hockey Man in the chat. Let me highlight that. So it's, I always like highlighting solid quality content there. Solid quality chat there. No needs to resort to the old good on jump and chase, maybe. Maybe change it up, do something different. Try to get past this defensive core for Liberty. Biberty.
The Liberty's one period away here to try to close things out, and we're one period away of possibly seeing another Dom Silva write-up after tonight.
Dom Silva. He's got his pen. He's got his paper ready, or he's going to get the computer, maybe write this thing. He's got the GIFs, whatever you want to call them, all ready to go, lined up. He's writing a draft. He's writing a draft version on paper, then he's going to get it on the computer.
For Dom, it's pronounced GIF.
GIF.
But I always called it GIF, just because it starts with a G, right?
It's a graphic interchange format or something. Graphic, not graphical.
Oh yeah, I didn't even know that, man. Wow, it's something I know each day.
Graphic interchange format or interface format. I can't remember, but
whoever invented that, man, I mean, it's been tremendous.
Love it. Love me some GIFs. Big chance there. No, oh man, big hit back of the net. There's no playing the puck. Here comes No the other way now. No, looking to use the defenseman. There's Cougar Hunter. He scored a nice one last game. Nothing doing there. Here comes the man. of the night. No Regretskis. Probably, if I were to, who would you pick for a first, second, and third star tonight between the two teams? The teams.
Well, if this thing stays the way it is, if Liberty comes up with the win here, you got to give it no Regretskis. I mean, he's a big part of why.
That's my number one.
But we'll see. I mean, right now, there's still time. I mean, No's not out of this game at all. They got to get a goal. If they could get a goal here on the board here, they could get right back in this series.
Oh, yeah, I mean, 2-0. 10 minutes left. Oh, I mean, that's doable. That's very doable.
Dom Silva, first star.
Yeah, I changed my mind. I'm gonna go Dom Silva as the first star of the night.
Oh man,
it's the potential for a write up that Dom has instilled in this team that's got them thinking they got to win this one. And we want that write up. We want to be written up about.
A great poke there. But then they poke right back on the other end, so they prevent the shot from happening. Remaining 2-0 here, under 9 to go here in the third.
Still do nada. Do nada. Do nothing. Big shot here coming up. Here comes Liberty Biberty trying to get one up. A Cougar Hunter has other ideas. All right, McDonald, yeah, definitely. Gotta get the new guys, not new guys, but guys filling in for JRD and whatnot, kind of getting in there, stepping up and getting some shots. I know, what's his name? McDonald, man, you had that goal in the first game. No, second game.
So generally for No, where's Dualism, man? Is he not out or is he part-time?
Dualism's played all their games. He's played 12 games.
Well, so has JRD though. He's part-time as well.
That's true. That's right, because the way the schedule worked, and there was talk about that in the Discord, is JRD's part-time, but he's played all your games so far. But he's only played once. He's only played once a week.
He's saying he's full-time. So, okay. So apparently we just went for a different line because of who's playing in there.
Yeah,
I guess. But I don't know if that was the right call because, I mean, Dolson has been playing great on that left D spot. You keep Cougar on that right, where he's been playing all season long so far, putting him on the left, Ozzy there on the right. I don't know if that was the right call. It's not showing here by the numbers. I mean, as far as the points, as we're final minute or play, we have an icing ball. The puck's going to go right back into that no zone. Who's down 2 goals.
Ozzy was able to play, so he wanted to see how he play. Okay, so Ozzy was available. They just kind of wanted to get him some time, and hey, let's see how Ozzy does. And that's not bad. That's very. Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, I would put Ozzy on that right wing spot unless he doesn't like the right wing spot. But I'm sure Ozzy plays out over there on the right wing. Or maybe it's getting McDonald menu in the game. Who knows? But right now, it's not generating the offense that we've seen No do here this season, and they're running out of time.
Yeah, only got less than a minute left. Got to get something like right now, like now. Couple of good shot on goal there, so they're trying to get something through. All right, 30 seconds left. All right, nothing doing there. I was like, is that a guys had their hands up? Is that a goal? I didn't kind of.
Do you pull the goalie and put good on the ice right now, man? 28 seconds to go. Oh, there's a one-timer feed to Adrenaline.
All right.
Not over yet, Bernie. They got time. I remember it's real time right now. About 25 seconds
Plenty
to go.
Of time.
Ozzy on the assist, Cougar on the secondary. We've seen comebacks here this week. Will we see one here tonight?
Oh, 2-1
game.
They got to get a rush going right now. All right, here comes. Oh no, turnover now. Adrenaline trying to get it deep with 9 seconds left in the game.
That was a big one there. Icing call. Pale couldn't get there in time there, and this is going to bring it all the way back in their zone. So I don't know if they got enough time to get down the ice. 8.5 to go. They need to win the draw.
Might be
They
little
do.
too late. Yeah, he just rips one down, hoping to get somebody on the fly there. And
For the Omaha, but it's not. It's going to lead to another icing call, and that might do it right there with 3.6 seconds to go. They made the rally. I mean, they got the goal they needed. They needed one more, unfortunately, and they're going to come out short. 2-1 is the final.
all right.
So Liberty takes the series here, Johnny. Winning game 2, game 3 as well. Taking 4 points here tonight, and they needed this win. When we came out here to start the broadcast, how important this series is for Liberty, just because of the slump that they've had recently, and this will get them right back in there.
Yeah, this is exactly what they needed. Right down to the scores. We'll switch to the chat.
And Johnny, you mentioned about like the star of the series on there. We mentioned Noah Gretzky's how big he gets the game winner here. He had the game winner in game 2. He had 4 goals here tonight. I'm sure he had some assists as well. But on top of that, how about this defense? How about this defense here on Liberty, as well as the goaltending by Pence fan? So I'm talking about, Space, Renfrey, Pence fan, all 3 of them. They killed off a lot of the PKs here tonight. And they only gave up, 4 goals throughout the entire night in all 3 games.
Correct, yeah.
So, like a goal, maybe a goal, 1.5, 1.2. So...
Tremendous effort there, yeah. Kudos to the defense, yeah. Renfrey and you got Penson.
Sometimes defensemen can't score a lot of goals like vets. They're not scoring defensemen. Some of them are locked down, shut down defensemen. And I wish we would keep some of those stats like INTs, takeaways, and all that. Because here tonight, Liberty did a great job, tremendous job here. Defending off this no team to very minimum offense that we've seen here tonight. And, I was questionable when I saw the lineup here tonight to start this, and it proven it, besides the first game where they got those 2 goals right after the restart, they struggled offensively wise throughout the in that second game, and then here in this third game as well, up to that final seconds, they finally netted one there on the board, but it wasn't good enough. Shout out to Pence fan holding it down there. He had a tremendous both games 2 and 3. And Liberty gets the win. And Johnny, we get to see a Dom Silva write up, whether it's tonight or whether it's tomorrow when we wake up. It's going to be out there, man.
3 cheers for Dom Silva and the write up. It's coming up. All right. Oh man, I'm excited for that. I do enjoy those.
Whether you love Liberty or you hate Liberty on there, you gotta admit, it's great seeing the write-up. I don't know about the team that loses them. I'm sure they enjoy reading those as well. So
I'm sure they get a little smirk out of it. It's like, not our series, but whatever. I'll take it.
Well, but nonetheless, we mentioned about the miscues here tonight, but tremendous series. I mean, this one could have won either way. All 3 games were tight or close. 1 goal game that first game. That one right there was a 1 goal game as well. Could have won either way, but the better team tonight, Liberty Biberty, pulls up the win.
And let's look at the stats. Speaking of that, these are the updated stats. Liberty Biberty now 1 point away from first place, so they're kind of back where they want to be, back where they were. Top 3, point out from a pure offline. So that's where they give themselves a little bit more breathing room against Strictly Business, who was catching up to them, a couple points back there. And you look at that 1 through 3 is they're kind of their own little cluster. 4, 5, 6 is that other they're all within a couple of points, and then 7 and 8 and 9 are a couple of points away from each other, and then of course number 10 and 11. With only 6 games left for Chill Pills, 9 for Rubber Puckies. So definitely nobody's out of it, but you can see the kind of the gap there 7 points from Chill Pills to Vez is off the server. So, and that one's getting, that'll get even bigger if they can't put some wins together.
But you know what? Offline is missing some games on that because I know the Tuesday ones. I don't think you have those entered on there. I believe they have about 38 points right now.
That could be, yeah.
Tuesday night, yeah. Or you know what? No, you might be right because I think they're all wins on there, but it shouldn't be just because the other team has 0 on there. So. I think you have it right there, Johnny.
Actually, no. I had that struggle last night. I was like, wait, why is my stuff really wrong? And I looked up. They don't have the losses on there.
On the side, it says 34 for one last year, and yours is 32. Well, that's because the 3 games that are entered on there are all wins for offline, which shouldn't. So
it shouldn't.
That makes sense. Yeah. Okay. So yours is right.
Whenever it comes to I go by my paper. I don't go by the website for the standings because I know there's games that aren't in there and all that stuff, and I don't always check.
So listen, I mean, we were talking about Liberty, 5-game losing streak, losing 8 of the last 11 on there. But now with these 2 wins here tonight, Johnny, they're right at number 1, right back at that number 1 spot that they were. Once these wins, these points are calculated in.
Yeah, they're right where they need to be. That's where they want to be. That's where they feel like they belong. They play. No is a good team. Like I said, their lack of games is kind of throwing everything off because everybody's played 75 games. No's played 4 games, but No is a good team. No is not a bad team at all. They're good. It's just they don't have the games in, and it's deceiving. So they play a quality opponent. Now they'll play Chill Pills. We'll see what version of Chill Pills we get. If they turn it around after that shellacking they got last night. But then they play Strictly Business.
Well, listen, I mean, I wouldn't really look too much into that game. Like I mentioned, Odd Guy was missing guys on there.
He was.
For that series, because if you look earlier this week, they had that tough series which could have went either way against a very talented Sunshine team. I believe that one was either Tuesday or Monday. I forget which night, but they looked good in that one. They did not look bad, and that was after the trades happened for Odd Guys. So. I mean, it's out of your hands when your guys are not there or a guy ain't show up. You got to move guys around. So yeah, that's difficult. But we'll see. I mean, Liberty tonight, back in the winning circle again, which they very needed here. But don't count Odd Guy out. Maybe from the playoff spot. No. I gotta pull some upsets, man.
Yeah, and looking at their schedule, their strength of schedule, let's take a look at Odd Guy and the Chill Pills. So they still have 3 series left. So that's a total of 18 potential. Let's look at the standings again real quick. 18 potential points. Puts them at 31 points possible they could have by the end of the season. So, I mean, they're still well within it. Technically speaking, so are the Rubber Puckies. They actually got 3, 6, 9. They got 12 more games to go. That's 24 points. 36. But so Chill Pills play Liberty Biberty on Monday. Game of Throws on Wednesday. And then they finish off the season against the Rubber Puckies. 11th seed right now. So
I think that 7th and 8th seeds is going to come down to the wire between Sunshine, Game of Throws, and even Vince has left the server on there. Those 3, and it's tough. And all 3 teams, are very talented, man. They've been having some up and down season here, but out of those 3, only 2 of them is going to be able to make it in there. But we'll see which ones it's going to be.
Yep.
Big week coming up, that's for sure.
Yeah, actually, let me bring that. Let me get a look at the schedule really quickly. Let me do that real quick.
Looking at the leaderboard stats that you have scrolling in there, is that right? A1 Freak, 244 hits. Is that why they call him the Freak, baby?
Yeah, he's a freak when it comes to them hit. That's what it's showing. He's got 21 games played. A1 Freak for Ain't No Sunshine. 244. Look at the discrepancy between 1 and 2. 244, and then Roaming Ronan at 148.
Right now, man, the biggest goal.
Wow,
right there.
And he can score. He's got 45.
The guy scores, right?
he's not. Yeah, he's not no Bob Probert or nothing like that. He's got 45 points in 21 games, so he's hitting. He is a -4. He's got 3 game-winning goals, 22 penalty minutes, 244 hits, 45 points on 21 games. So I mean, not a bad stats. No. Not bad at all. Here comes the goalies. Here's the goalies. Again, this doesn't encompass tonight. I don't normally. I just wait till them on the website. Anderson, go from there. Kind of put in a presentable format, but this is as good as we'll get it, I guess. But yeah, good stuff. Yeah, 244 hits though. I was doing like I didn't do a double take. Did I see it correctly?
No, you did.
Does he almost have 100 hits more than the second place guy? What the hell? And we'll figure out this goalie star rating thing at some point. I still don't know what goes into that. I know it's some kind of weighted average, but I don't know. We'll figure it out. But
well, that's cool. That's good to see that, man. I always like rankings and stuff, like ratings. The players, the team wise and stuff.
Right.
Whether it's power rankings, whether it's player cards, whether it's but we've done a lot here this season. With these shows, with these score stats, stars, and all that, and I'm sure the guys in the league love it. Love to see their name on there.
Oh,
absolutely.
Yeah. Who doesn't?
Whether it's in a write-up, whether it's in a GIF or stat,
Yeah, acknowledgement's a good thing. Everybody likes to be acknowledged, and that's great. If you're mentioned on the stats or mentioned in the show, or if you're a guest on the show, or you're mentioned in the write-ups. Yeah, it's great. It's a wonderful thing. That's what I love about it. That's why I like we have the kind of have the 3 shows now. We got this one that does the games each night, and then Ace Soul's warm-up show, and then the warm-up, and then Young Couch's Shoot First, Ask Questions Later. There's a lot of different flavors and a lot of different views, and it's great. People want this format, that format. It's all good. It's all different. So different's good.
Absolutely.
I'm different. I'm wearing a headband.
More media, the better on there. And, 239 always brings that. I mean, that's what, whether it's in the write-ups, whether it's videos, whether it's streams, there's always all different sorts of media out there. Johnny, I had a blast, man. It was great on here. Great
I had
to
a
be
great
with
time.
you, man. Partners, you're awesome. We started this whole journey on there as us, and it's great to see that, you're still getting things going on here. Keeping it strong here. Season 23, 2 weeks left to go.
Can't believe
Let's
it.
go.
I can't believe it. Yeah, 2 weeks left. Like I said, it is a quick season. Oops. Something happened to the. So we lost. What happened here? I think we lost transmission.
Oh.
Sorry, we lost transmission. I don't know what happened there. It froze. I apologize. I was like, what the hell happened?
At least it's after the games, right?
At least it's after the games. No, it's been a great time. It's been a great time, and the wonderful stuff you've done with the Twitter and the beautiful videos and the intros and the stars of the night. If you're okay with it, I'd like to put it on here one time with some of the highlights and all that. But yeah, you have it on the Twitter. Follow 239 on hockey on Twitter, doing a lot of the good stuff, the recaps, the scores, players of the week, players of the night. I mean, it's a lot of good stuff. It's a lot of delicious stuff.
I just need Mr. Anderson to put his stats in so I could get this week done.
Just need Mr. Anderson to put those stats in. Please, Mr. Anderson, please have it done by Monday.
Out here, man. Throw me a ball or something, no. But no, it's been great. I love doing those, putting those out there. Yeah, we can absolutely throw them on here. No questions asked, Johnny, man. You just let me know. But great. We're always thinking, the added intro. Since there's only one game, we added that on here. And who knows? There may be some other works, right, Johnny? Maybe some replays or something.
Yes.
We're always thinking, man.
I think the replays would be a good thing. That'll be the next implementation. I think it's a great idea. So it's going to be wonderful. Always looking for ways to improve and do cool things. That's how we do. And as I'm literally watching the website, the league website now. They're putting the stats in. Liberty Biberty is getting their stats in right now. Like I'm watching it happen. This is literally happening. This is great.
Wow.
I guess I'm going to close out with Monday night. We have 3 series. No take on the Rubber Puckies. So that'll be one matchup. Liberty Biberty back at it against the Chill Pills. And then Veds has left the server. This is the one you were talking about earlier. Veds left the server versus Big Brown Beavers. That should be a good one.
Big one, because Beavers have been on a roll. Although they, like I said, they took that loss last night.
Yep.
You know, and then you got a Vets team that just came out with that huge win, and they need wins right now to get into that playoff spot. If they're thinking about that number 8 spot, they're still in it mathematically. Yes, on here, and they've been playing pretty good hockey recently. Their last couple of games, they had a rough start coming into this season. The first 2 weeks. Were very rough, but here this week they turned things around. Listen, you could take down a peer offline like that. Why can't you take down on Monday night? They could do it.
Yeah,
they definitely have.
That'd be huge if they did do it. That'd be big news for big games.
It would even be bigger if Anderson put the stats in.
If only Anderson could put the stats in. It's all. You had one job, man. You had one job. Put the stats in.
And then also, Johnny, I'm gonna see maybe next Thursday. I see only one series on Thursday night. Maybe I'll be back here next Thursday with you, man.
Oh man, anytime. It'll be awesome. It'd be great. We'll probably have a 3. We could have 3 people because I know Rocky will probably be in the booth too. We'll have 3 of us. I think it'd be amazing. It'd be awesome.
Playing on that one? Oh no, against Sunshine. That should be a good one.
Should be a very good series.
Sunshine. We'll see the Mr. 244 hits, Freak, Chum-Lee, Gala on there.
That's gonna be a great battle. We get that. All eyes are gonna be on you, A1 Freak. If you're in the chat, we're watching you. See how you're getting these 200 plus hits.
You gotta put the hit
counters.
That one, man.
I'm gonna put that on my Google Calendar, reminding me to put the hit counter on for A1 Freak. I'm gonna put that shit on.
Thursday night, man.
That's gonna be
huge. Throw it down again.
Woo. Probably gonna be doing like some instant replay stuff like that. I'm gonna probably implement that, so that's gonna be a good one. The counter, so we'll have fun with it. We'll have fun. But next time you see us, it'll be Monday night, 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, doing a giveaway. What exactly, I don't know. Probably gift cards. I'll think about that over the weekend. I'll probably do a bunch of them, like several of them. So. Bale's Bones, those funny numbers you're seeing in the chat, like, oh, you won Bale's Bones. That's what they're there for. You win them. You stock them up, for those who don't know. And then you buy tickets with them to enter the giveaways. That's where that all comes in. So you save them up by doing polls and, watching the streams and doing all the questionnaires and all that stuff, the polls. And then you save them up and you buy tickets to enter the giveaway. That's what it's all there for. It's all there for a reason. So Monday night.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm excited.
The better, man. I'm all about the numbers, Johnny.
Yeah.
You give that better chance. Yeah, you take it, and you can't win unless you enter. So
that's it. That's how it is. How we do. Maybe I'll wear my marshmallow helmet again, like that one night I did a stream with a marshmallow. I actually had a marshmallow helmet on. My son's costume I had it on. It was weird. I don't know why, but it was weird. But I want to thank you, Mr. Flanny, for coming on today. That was awesome. Glad you came on. It was a fun time. I had good blast.
Speak about gifts, man. We'll probably try to get those gifts sorted. We'll get the big matchup screen again. I know a lot of guys messaged me about that. They like that. So we're always thinking, man, we want to pump the series up as much as we could. Bringing you guys the coverage for the series and the post-game analysis as well. So any input or something you guys liked or didn't like on here tonight, let us know, or something you want to see. We're always up for ideas on the shows. It's all about, the community, you guys as well, because, if we can't get the viewers or you guys on there to enjoy it, then what's the point? So we'll do whatever. If Johnny has to put the mask on, he'll put the mask on. If I got to come in here with a tank top, I'll put the tank top back on. You guys let us know, man.
More wife beater tank tops, please. My suggestion is no more headband. That's what everybody's saying. No more headband. So, no, headband stays on. That's a good, always good. Love the ideas, but some good stuff. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Mr. Hollywood, do you want to close it out, or you want to? Yeah, I got nothing else. See you guys Mondays. All I'm saying.
www.239hockey.net. Thank everybody here tuning in on this broadcast Thursday night. Tremendous series. Congrats to Biberty pulling it out there, winning game 2 and 3. Looking forward to the write-up as always. And Monday night, we'll come back here, same channel, same time. Broadcast here, 239 Hockey, season 23. Things are heating up. And remember, this Sunday, deadline. So who's going to make moves? Who's going to make the trades? You're going to hear about it on Monday on the broadcast. Johnny, it's been a pleasure. Mr. Hollywood, Johnny B, signing out, fellas. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.